Get ready to laugh your socks off. Or not, we don't care. It's a couple of laughs with Carrie Louise, seen on Showtime and Comedy Central. And her husband from The Tonight Show and runner-up on America's Got Talent, Tom Cotter. Buckle up, because this married for too long couple is ready to distract you from reality. Please welcome Carrie Louise and Tom Cotter.
Welcome to the show. We are coming to you live from Kusan Air Force Base. I hope I'm saying that right. Kusan Air Force Base in South Korea.
Yes, and Carrie and I feel right at home here because we both drive Kias. So that's nice. Plus, I feel tall. What a week it has been, everybody. But before we get into all that, discuss our crazy, hectic week, let's introduce our producer who we produced, Harrison Cotter.
Hello, everybody. Good to be back. Yes, they are in Korea. It is 10 a.m. on Thursday for you guys, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it is Wednesday night prime time here in the U.S. Eastern Time. Good to be back. As always, like, comment, share. I'll be keeping watch. And at the end, hold your questions. We'll answer all of them for you guys. And, yeah, tell them about your tour.
Yeah, we've had some great Korean food. You can cook your food right at the table. It's kind of neat. And Carrie got to experience, as did I, kimchi. And Carrie, perhaps you'd like to share with everyone your experience with kimchi.
Kimchi is this fermented lettuce.
Cabbage. It's cabbage. Yeah.
And it's like really it's supposed to be good for your gut. That's what they said. I'm like, all right, I'll try it. It's very hot. And the second I tried it, and we were trying to go shopping for some fake bags. And I feel so bad for the woman, but thank God she had a toilet.
Yeah.
It really worked.
Yeah, and a lot of the toilets here are just those holes in the ground. You have to find a Western toilet, which is a throne like we have in the States. So thank God she found one of those. And, you know, I keep getting these alerts on my phone about the air quality. They keep telling it's a red alert, horrible air quality, and they blame it on the factories in China blowing their smoke and their coal-fired plants into Korea. No, it's kimchi. It's people eating kimchi and polluting the air. It's horrific. I had it too, and oh my God, it went through me like a Japanese bullet train. It was not good. That was our experience with kimchi.
The rest area that we went to, though, at the bathrooms, they had bidets. No lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it heated, you got to pick which one. In restaurants, I've seen some bidets. So it's like we get both. The
range. You have the Rolls Royce of toilet seats that dries your butt and blasts it with water and does all that stuff. And then you have the hole in the ground, which you walk into the stall, you think it's going to be a regular toilet. No, it's a hole in the ground. They want you to squat. It's hideous. But anyway, that's just that. Everything else is great. We love it. We bought some knockoff stuff. Honey, you want to talk about the knockoff stuff?
Yeah, you know, I always get knockoff stuff. I can't afford the real. But someday, if we're rich and famous and I can't afford the real stuff, my friends won't even believe me. So, you know, I'm like, no, this one's real. Yeah, right, Carrie. No, this one is the real one, for real. No, right. So even if I can afford it, I'm not going to do it because no one will believe me.
And we always have that moral dilemma with when you buy off knockups, you're encouraging copyright violations. You're encouraging someone stealing someone else's property and someone else's creation. But then you're like, well, wait a minute. They're charging astronomical prices for these bags with just their initials on them. So screw them. You know, I'm not going to pay $1,000 when I can pay $50. So it's a very weird thing when you're trying to figure out what the right thing to do is, and who knows.
It's absurd, the prices that they get for those small little purses. Thousands and thousands.
Carrie, how do you say thank you in Korean?
감사합니다.
That's exactly
감사합니다.
it.
감사합니다.
Yeah.
And then they bow. 감사합니다.
Here's a fun fact. Another fun fact about Korea is they don't have porn here. It's illegal. You're not allowed to have porn. So we've got tens of thousands of young males in our military that we ship over here, and then we have no porn for them, which I think is cruel and unusual punishment. That should be against the Geneva Convention, I think. You got to let these guys in their sexual peak have some kind of outlet. No wonder Koreans are so uptight. They're all sexually frustrated. This is
No
why
wonder
World
they.
War III is going to start. These uptight guys with sexual frustration. Ooh, I'm hearing one of the fighter jets right now, and he goes whizzing
Yeah.
by. Oh, it's so cool.
Um, we have a video of that. No wonder they didn't laugh at my jokes.
All
They
right.
thought I was going to get naked.
Yeah. What about your?
We have a video of the fighter jets. They go right outside. Let's show that right outside. I feel like I'm in Top Gun right now. Whoa, there's another one. So fast.
Cool.
So cool. We're at the Wolf Puck.
Wolf, yeah, the wolf. I have the symbol right here. This thing, the wolf. It's the wolf pack, and this is where they are in their fighter squadron. And these things go like a bat out of hell. They're so loud, and they vibrate the ground, and it's like Viagra. I mean, you get a boner. It's so cool. And one will come right after the other one, and they'll bank low, and you're like, oh my god, it's like testosterone central. It's so cool.
You get a boner, really? Maybe this is why they don't need porn. Because they have fighter jets. You get a boner?
Maybe.
Tom?
I'm just saying it's very exciting. And, before a football game, when they do the fighter jets in formation over them, your hair stands up. Well, more than my hair stands up when these things go by. I find it very, very stimulating. And I think it's because I'm patriotic and I don't want you judging me.
That's very nice. So I got to explain that I was doing one of my jokes. I was doing one of my jokes last night. And
the dyslexic.
My dyslexic joke. So one of my dyslexic jokes is numbers screw me up. I like all numbers. 11 is my favorite number. I'll never forget my grandmother. She was choking in my kitchen. I kept on dialing 119. I'm gonna miss her. That's my joke. And it didn't get a laugh. And then I'm like, oh, what's the emergency number here in Korea? They said 119. I'm like, no, that's my joke. But what's the emergency? No, they're like, it's 119. I'm like, oh my God.
Turns out the Koreans are dyslexic. Yeah.
I belong here.
Here's another fun fact about, they talk about disparagingly that the Koreans, some Koreans might consider dog meat a delicacy, which they do. It's expensive. And I thought about trying it because I'm still not over America's Got Talent. But as much as I would consider eating a Labradoodle kebab just for poetic justice because of what was done to me in front of 20 million viewers, I'm more cheap than bitter. So I decided not to. I just can't come to. There's just no way I can eat a dog. I love dogs, and I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen.
Okay, that's gross, honey. And why did you say Labradoodle? We have a Labradoodle.
No, we have a golden doodle. We have a golden doodle, honey. Know your dog breed. A Labradoodle is half lab, half poodle. And that's the act that beat me. All right. You were going to say we were located. Where are we, honey? We're at a hotel, right? On a base?
Yes.
Beautiful. Yeah.
And they're treating us like stars here. They put us in, like, you would think that, we're on the base, that we're going to be like in like bunk beds, me and you.
Yeah.
Almost close. But they're treating us like stars. We are like in the general suites, and we have like a big, huge suite and kitchen services and everything. And they're constantly saying when we get there, "Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service." And they're so happy that I'm like, no, thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the barbecue place. Look this is what you do. You cook the food all on your own.
It was right before we sampled kimchi and ran for the restroom. Right then. Yeah. That's exactly right before that. That phrase, "thank you for your service," I don't limit that just to the military. I also say thank you for your service to policemen, firefighters, border patrol, strippers, adult film actresses, pot dealers, bikini waxers, and my bookie. So, I think everyone should be thanked for their service when they provide an essential service.
You've never said it to me, but that's okay, honey. Say it to the strippers.
I will. The people here are very appreciative, aren't they, honey?
Yeah, when you say thank you for your service, you can't salute. When you're a civilian, you can't salute, but you feel like you want to salute these guys So I go to do it, and then I'm like, oh wait, I can't do it because that's like completely inappropriate. So but you feel like you need to do something more than thank you for your service.
Makes out with them. You make out with them, which is really
that's what I do.
it's very uncomfortable for me.
No, I end up like curtsying. I'm like, thank you for your service. Like I look like a total idiot. I should just make out with them. That's what I should do. Go ahead, Tom. I'll do it.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't. Sorry, I dropped something.
Oh, okay.
I got it. We were talking about how nice they are and how they give us these medals, right, honey?
Yes,
I have a bunch here. I'll show you. They keep giving us these medals. These are all the medals they give us that, and the thing is with the military, a lot of people who are in the military know this, you're supposed to carry these coins with you. They're called coins, and they're very cool. They're very elaborate. They're very nice. And you're supposed to have one on you at all times. So when someone says, show me your coin, and you don't have your coin, you have to buy everyone a round of drinks. So it can be very expensive if you don't carry your coin. So they all come up to you after the show, and then they slip you this like it's like they're greasing you, like they're giving you a tip, and they give you this and they tell you what it means and everything else, and it's really touching. We've said this countless times. We really support our men and women in uniform and all this stuff. And when they give you these little tokens and say thank you for dragging your ass across the world to come tell jokes for us, they really are appreciative. They really miss Western entertainment. They miss home, and so that's why we love coming to do these things. It's a lot of fun, and the coins are coming.
They don't give these medals out lightly, and you really have to do something special. And they do it like as if it's at the end of our show in a ceremony where they give it to you, and it's a handshake. Like you're giving someone a tip.
Yeah, almost like you're slipping a dollar bill in a stripper's G-string. They come up and they hand this, which is very nice.
What the hell with you and strippers, Tom?
I don't know. Let me say, this is my second favorite medal right here. My first favorite medal is my wife's copper IUD. Hey, everybody, Tom Cotter. I'll be here all week from Korea. Go ahead.
Oh, my God. I'm sorry, Harry. I can't stop him. It's your father. Oh, sorry. Speaking of, are we doing Gripe of the Week?
If you'd like to.
Yes, it's time for Gripe of the Week. Right, Harry? Okay. Speaking of my immature husband, traveling with him it's even worse. So, first of all, this is my gripe of the week when you travel.
This is bullshit. You have been borrowing my chargers the entire trip. You don't have nothing's ever charged for you. You need me to help you with your jewelry. I got to attach it. I got to put it on your wrist. When I travel alone, these are things I don't have to deal with. But I did give you a cold, and I'm very sorry about that, honey. Go ahead.
Yes, we've had a week. Okay, so here's my gripe of the week of traveling. You can have one carry-on and one personal item. Okay, so which I use a big tote bag because I have a lot of personal items. But I also have my computer and I have my my crossbody bag. So and it's all, I have my crossbody and then I have my computer and then my tote bag on me. Now they're so sticklers. They're like, oh, that's more than one bag. You need to put all those. So I have to they stop me and I have to put everything off and put it in my tote bag. And then they're like, okay, now you can get on the plane. It's so stupid. But then when you get off the plane, I take everything off and put it underneath, tuck it underneath the seat. And then when I get off the plane, it's all separated. And then I'll give a shit when you get off the plane.
No, they actually made me check my colostomy bag last time, and I thought that was a little above and beyond.
All right, so they stopped me to gather all my bags, right? So Tom and I are boarding the plane. He boards ahead of me. They stopped me to put all my stuff on, which takes 2 seconds, but someone went ahead of me.
Harry has a lot of baggage, everybody, but go ahead.
And in the meantime, thanks, Tom. In the meantime, my immature husband hides behind something while we're getting on the plane, the tarmac or whatever. And he goes to scare me and he thinks I'm behind him and I'm not. And he's scared to stretch. We have a video of it, of like not exactly it, but right after. Oh my God, Robin, you missed it. Tom thought I was behind him and he went like this to scare me. And he goes, "What?" And it was some stranger. So that's
Yeah.
my gripe of the week with traveling. Do you have a gripe, Tom, of traveling?
Oh God, too many to list. You know me with travel. I can't stand it. You know, I talked about I had to sit next to the two sumo siblings
Yeah.
last week. That was unbelievable, uncomfortable. You know, I keep seeing when you look at social media now, you see all these fights that are happening, like literal fist fights are happening on planes. That never happened, or maybe because we didn't have phones, we didn't see them. But I never remember. I remember sitting in a smoking section on a plane, but I never remember people fist fighting, and it's happening all the time now. It's you know, unfortunately, it's always on Spirit or Frontier or one of these discount trashy, you know, trailer parks with wings, and it's always, you know. So I don't know. I don't know what's happened to America. I think this is a microcosm of what's going on in the rest of the world. But Jesus Christ, I don't know why people can't be civil. I realize flying is frustrating, but my God, you don't have to pull each other's weaves off and punch each other in the face. It's crazy.
Because the rules are sometimes absurd. Like when we're about to land, 30 minutes out, we're about to land. They want you while you're sleeping, which you can get 30 minutes worth of sleep. They're like, you have to put your table back up and your chair back up. Like this 2 seconds of your chair has to, like 2 inches of your chair has to go up. And you have to sit up like this for 30 minutes before landing. And God forbid you don't do
everything. And you got to, it's like, come on. Yeah, it's just these Hitler youth that are wearing these stupid flight attendant outfits. Just, I should not say that because they'll probably see this and I'm on a flight next time and they'll pee in my Coke. I don't need that. But my God, yeah. The power trips on some of these people. It's crazy. We're getting close to the end here, honey, because we got to get downstairs because
and we have video share. Mine's real quick because we have to talk about the snow in Florida. How crazy it's snowing in Southtown.
I know. Yeah.
Go ahead. Share your video.
So this is a little quick video, but basically this is breakfast in New England. New England people must be laughing at all these people in the South trying to deal with the snow. Go ahead. I mean, really.
That's the Florida Panhandle where that was.
I know.
That's insane.
My friend Carrie, very funny, Carrie Karavis moved to the South. The second she got there, she got this snowstorm.
To get away from the snow. How's that working out for you, Carrie? Yeah, there's that. Do I have a video this week? I can't remember.
You have a video. Robin's son, who we're working with, Robin and her son they live in the South, and this is the
Robin
first time
Phoenix Johnson, very funny and nice woman and a great tour manager.
He is so excited running around like he's never seen snow. They have a snow day for the first time in his whole life.
How great is that if you're a kid? It's wonderful.
All right, yours is a little funnier.
Yeah.
I wish you love.
Gets down on one knee and instead of posing, we do the
She's having a hissy fit. He gets down on one knee and she thinks he's going to propose, and then he comes up with the bird. It's priceless. That is my favorite video I've seen in a while.
Okay, so we've shown everything, right? Pretty much. We wanted to just discuss our week. Too. We've had. Should we talk about the radio and show? Do we have time for the radio? No.
Yeah, we have time for that.
All right, we did radio. We're totally famous. We're famous here. We did radio. You want to do that clip?
We're a married couple, Tom Cotter and Carrie Louise, and so we'll have arguments, and then we start fighting about who's going to use that as a joke.
And I used to carry around a pad all the time. It was a maxi pad. I can't explain it, but now I carry around a phone and I dictate new lines into the phone, and then that becomes a bit eventually. So you're constantly writing stuff down.
So I have a question. So you guys are married, everything 50-50. So who gets the jokes and who gets the kids?
That's what I mean. That's why we don't want to get divorced. If we get divorced, he can have the house and the kids. I want my jokes.
Oh, just yet, you're laughing.
All right, so we had a week. Not only did we get sick during this time, we had to deal with some family matters, and it's really tough being so far away and overseas when our family needs us. So we just wanted to say prayers to all our family back home. My dad is recovering from a fall, and so we're praying that he has a good recovery. And Tom?
Yeah, and my stepmother, who had been in our family, she married my dad. My mom died when I was 14. She married my dad when I was 16. So she really was a key part of my life, my entire adult life. And so she became the matriarch of our family. Not easy marrying into a family with 6 kids, and became a spectacular grandmother to all of my kids and all my nieces and nephews. And there's a lot of us who are Irish. We pound them out. And
You
she
call
just.
Obama.
Yeah, we called her Bama, and this week she was suffering, and she's not suffering anymore. She's joined my Father in heaven, and I just want to raise a glass to Mary Lynn McGinnis Cotter, who was, such a spectacular and important part of my life, and she is no longer with us, and rest in peace, Mary Lynn.
Say goodnight, Tom.
Good night, Tom.
Well, folks, that's a wrap. Remember, life is like a comedy show. Sometimes you bomb, sometimes you shine. But you always blame your spouse on how they deliver the punchline. If you need to get in touch with us, email us at info.coupleoflaughs@gmail.com. Thanks for tuning in. Keep laughing, because you never know. That could save your marriage. Good night. See you next time.